All I'd heard about menopause was hot flashes, you stop getting your period, which sounded kind of nice, and then basically you were old. Since I didn't experience any of this in the beginning, I had no idea I was in perimenopause. There's so much more to the menopause transition that I had no clue about. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing surprises and some insights that I wish I had known earlier. Now, if you're already on the other side of menopause, see if you had the same experience. And if you're just getting started on this perimenopause journey, you definitely want to tune in so that you're prepared for what's to come. Let's dive in. Okay, the first thing I wish I had known that was completely wild and came out of left field, and no, it wasn't those pesky hot flashes that can be annoying. What do you think it could be? Take a guess in the comments. So the first thing is the emotional roller coaster. Now, I thought I knew what this was like, dealing with PMS all those years and then raising 3 teenage daughters. I got it on full blast then, but the perimenopause to menopause emotional roller coaster was a wild ride. One minute I was feeling fine. The next minute I could be crying about something my husband innocently said to me. The hormonal changes can really take a toll on your emotions and your relationships if you're being honest. So if you've started to notice that your emotions are all over the place and you're just not feeling like yourself, you're normal. This is part of that hormonal shift that comes from perimenopause to menopause. Did you get irrationally angry or upset during this time? I'd love to know in the comments. Share your best advice for managing this emotional roller coaster. I have a feeling that it is responsible for a lot of midlife divorces. So just being able to recognize that it's because of your hormones, it's not actually a personality change, is a big step. This next one caught me completely off guard because I thought that menopause only happened to older women. But menopause can actually start earlier than you think. That's right, some women start experiencing perimenopause symptoms in their late 30s or 40s. I was 45 when I felt like I was hit by a truck. I didn't recognize that that was perimenopause, and I'll talk about some of those other symptoms later in this video, but just know you don't have to be old to get it. Perimenopause and its symptoms can happen for 10 years before your period actually stops. It might surprise you to learn that menopause is actually just one day. It's when you've gone 12 consecutive months without a period. That one day on the calendar, you're in menopause. After that, you're in postmenopause. Before it, you're in perimenopause. So the menopause that we're all so fearful about is one day. So understanding what comes before it and how to deal with it after is so crucial to women's health. I think once we realize we're in this menopause journey, we start to think about how we're going to age. That's why I've created a free guide for you, the 7 habits you need to age stronger and better. So see the details in the caption or the first comment and grab that free guide. So if you're starting to notice some changes, pay attention and recognize that this could be that hormonal shift. The next one I was completely in the dark about. It was something that affected my energy levels all day long. It used to be something I did so easily, but all of a sudden it was a challenge, and that is sleep. Perimenopause can wreak havoc on your sleep patterns. Yes, even if you've been the best sleeper, sleeping late on the weekends, it came easy to you. Once the hormonal shifts happen, it can really do a number on your sleep. For me, night sweats and waking up in the middle of the night with ruminating, worrying thoughts made restless nights my new normal. I'd go to bed tired and wake up tired. Even though I was in the midst of raising teenagers and I thought maybe that was it, I was just exhausted all the time. And it was not until I started working on my sleep that it got better. And even if you think sleep should just come naturally, in this perimenopause journey, you have to work at it. Create a bedtime routine that you can stick to. Minimizing screens, having wind down time, a cold, dark bedroom, all these things. Practice them and find what works to give you the best chance of a good night's sleep. Because I don't have to tell you, if you don't get enough sleep, then all the other healthy habits get a whole lot harder. Before we get into the most complained part of the perimenopause journey, Here's another odd one that surprised me, and that was changes to my skin and my hair. My skin was extra sensitive. It started drying out more. I noticed itching more. Some people say that itching is a big perimenopause symptom that they just didn't know where it came from. And also when I'd wash it or when I'd comb it out during the day, I'd get a handful of hair. My hair started falling out and thinning a lot. And it can be a surprising thing that's happening in that perimenopause. Just like remember when you were pregnant and gave birth, your hair started falling out, and that hormonal shift caused a lot of changes in your skin and your hair. Well, the same thing's happening in this perimenopause phase. What can help is getting the right nutrients in your food, supplementing when necessary, and then getting a good skincare and hair care routine. All these other symptoms I've talked about pop up here and there, and they're annoying, but you can kind of explain them away for different reasons. But despite feeling like I was doing all the right things, I was exercising, trying to improve my sleep, and eating better, I was still gaining weight. So weight management can be a challenge during this perimenopause to menopause transition. It feels like your metabolism is slowing down because you're gaining weight in that midlife middle. You're more sensitive to blood sugar spikes, so that packs on the pounds, and you're naturally losing muscle if you're not fighting to keep it. All of these things create that perfect storm where weight gain just starts to speed up. If you're like me and who's experimented with dieting all adult life, it felt like, oh no, with this challenge, I just might as well give up. I'm here to give you hope. You can dial in your nutrition, work on your exercise, and get that good sleep routine that will help you drop that weight and feel amazing. If you told me 10 years ago when I was in the middle of perimenopause that I would feel this good now, I would not have believed you. With all these changes that happen in the perimenopause to menopause transition, I want you to hear me, and you don't have to just accept it. Your life is only starting to get warmed up. The best is yet to come, and you deserve to feel amazing no matter where you are on this journey. Now, if you'd like to know the dietary changes I made that made a difference, you'll want to watch this video here.